Hey everyone, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel. Tonight I'm coming on to share some completed projects with you to give you some inspiration. So let me go ahead and show you the products I used and then I'll show you my projects. So my first card uses this Montana Sweetheart stamp. It's AT673 and it's from Whippersnapper Designs. And this is one of my previously released stamps for Whippersnapper and happens to be a portion of a love letter that my great-grandfather wrote to my great-grandmother before they were married. So I love having this stamp in my stash, and I love having the script that I can use on my backgrounds. And then it also uses this card here. It's called Perfect Nest CT281. Cute little hen sitting in an old kitchen chair next to some potted lavender. And you know, she's got a little stash of eggs there under her. So there's that stamp as well. And so my first card, following suit of all my recent cards that have this type of design style to them, here is one using the chicken stamp. So I added a lot of extra distress ink to my watercolor panel. In fact, I started with Vintage Photo Distress Oxide instead of Distress ink, and that gave it kind of a different look. And then I followed it up by stamping with Vintage Photo Distress ink on top, and that gave it an interesting look that I had never tried before. So I thought it turned out kind of fun. And again, you can see here on the background I stamped my Montana Sweetheart stamp as well, just to give that back layer a little bit of interest as well. This was just a plain piece of green colored cardstock. And then I also splattered the whole card with some gold shimmer watercolors, and that turned out really beautiful. So I think that turned out really cute, and I love that technique. I also painted the hay under the chicken with that gold watercolor, so you can see the shimmer there under her. So I think this card turned out really cute. And when you color this image, you can choose to leave the heart of the chair open, like it's a hole through the back of the chair, or you could actually color that like it's painted on the back of the chair as well. So I kind of like that idea of having multiple options there. So there's my first card. And then my second card uses this die here. This is one of my Impression Obsession dies. It's called Mid-Size Frame, and it's a really nice sized frame. You can see it here on the size of an A2 card. So that's about how large it is. So it uses that particular die, and it uses, let's see, a relatively new die that I have not introduced you to yet. One, because I didn't realize that it had launched. So here I was making samples thinking they were going to release in October, and everything that I was using is already available. So I thought, why wait? We're going to show it tonight. So this is the die here. It's called Vintage Santa Ornament, and it is one of my designs for Impression Obsession. So it's a cute little Santa, like an old-fashioned ornament. So that's the packaging, and this is what the die looks like itself. So you get the ornament shape. You get Santa's face, and it has the eyes and the cheeks as part of that particular cutout. And then it comes with this piece here, which kind of looks like flame, but it's the top portion of his hat, the fuzz on his hat. And then you also get this here, which is his beard, his mustache, his nose, and the top of the ornament piece. So you get all those pieces. And then my project also uses some greenery. So these particular dies here are from the winter foliage stamp die set from Impression Obsession. There's more to it, but I just used these holly leaves. And then I also used this die here, which I believe comes with, I think there's 8, and 2 pine cones maybe, that come with this particular set, and it's called Pine Sprig. And I love this set. In fact, I love it so much I have multiples of this die set because I use it all the time and want to be able to die cut more and more and more and more and more at a time. So I used this die set, and then some of the, I didn't use the mistletoe, but I used the holly leaves here. And I think that's it. So let me go ahead and show you my card. So here he is. Look how cute he is. And so here's that mid-size frame, and this is a standard A2 size card. And to give some detail to this back piece of cardstock here, I just used my tracing wheel to do some faux stitching. And then I adhered the frame, and I added some pattern paper behind him with some snowflakes on it. And then I assembled him, die cut him and assembled him, and gave him some glossy accents on his eyes. I actually die cut the top of his hat twice, so there's 2 layers there that you can see. And gave his cheeks some nice rosy color with the R20 marker from Copic. And then I even colored and then ink blended the sides of his face to give him a little dimension, and same with his mustache and beard. And then the ornament shape here I cut out of some quilt style designer paper, and I think that turned out really cute in all those fun colors. So I love how he turned out. The pine sprig dies there are in the back with some holly, and then I topped it with a bow and cute little shell button. But underneath here you can actually see the top of the ornament is actually die cut out of some silver foil cardstock. So I love how this turned out. I was so excited to put him together and finally use him. You can see he even has cute little smile lines by his eyes. So I love how he turned out. And then I made a tag with him as well, and the tag also uses my favorite tag die, which is this one here. So it has the fishtail style end to the tag, and then this particular die also comes with a little fishtail banner, and then this topper piece, which you can use to add a little detail to the top of the tag. So you can die cut it out, and then you place one portion of it on this side of the tag, and then you fold it over to the back so that your tag has this nice detail on the front and back. So it also uses that particular die set, but the same green foliage and things like that. So here's my tag. And again, I think he turned out super cute. So I die cut the tag out of some wood grain pattern paper, and then I die cut Santa, or the ornament, out of some red designer paper that had some little white designs on it. And then of course I die cut Santa's face out of some white cardstock and colored it up. And then I added some green holly here to the top, and then here you can see where the top of that ornament is colored with a gray marker. So I just die cut it out of white paper and colored it with a marker. And then I added all these fun ribbons and laces to the top of my tag just to give it lots of extra oomph, and added a cute little silver package charm here to the top as well. I wanted it to have a little bit of sparkle up here, and I thought a little silver charm might be fun to add. So that's my cute little vintage Santa ornament tag. You can see his eyes have glossy accent on them as well. So I think he is just adorable, and I love how they turn out. I think he just comes together so nicely. And he's really easy to put together too. Once you die cut the ornament shape itself, if you set the beard down first and you kind of visualize, you know, an even space on both sides here, then his face just butts up right next to the beard. Then you just overlay the nose just slightly over the cheeks, and then you overlay the mustache slightly over that, and then you just place the hat trim wherever you'd like. And I just think he is just cute as can be. I had so much fun putting these together last night. So there's those little inspirations for you. And then I have one more project to share with you. And it uses my Cocoa Mugs die. So it uses this one here and the whipped cream. And then it also uses a die, it's a small spiderweb die, and then there's a pumpkin patch die set as well that's available. And so here's my other card. This is kind of a spooky Halloween card with a coffee theme to it. So there's my mug and my whipped cream, and I cut the whipped cream out of some heavy foam, so it actually has nice dimension, and it actually kind of looks like foam. And here's the 3 pumpkins that I cut out from the pumpkin patch die set, and it's a small die set, and it has lots of different sizes of pumpkins, so it's kind of a fun one to have. And they all have little embossed line details in them as well. And then this one is from a spider web die that has the web, this nice sized web, and a little spider that goes with it. And then this is just a pinked circle and a standard circle that I had in my stash. So I think this card turned out really fun as well. I stamped over this background paper with some text, so just so it had a little bit of interest as well, and then I kind of grunged it up a little bit with some ink. So I think this card turned out really fun. There's the inside, Jeepers Creepers, and this is a stamp from Michael's, I think, years ago. And then here's a couple more of those little pumpkins. So that's my card, and I hope you're inspired by these little projects I have to share with you tonight. And thanks so much for watching my video. I'll put links down below to not only the Whippersnapper site where my chicken stamp and my Montana Sweetheart stamp are, but also to the Impression Obsession site where you'll find the Santa face, the frame, the mug, the spiderweb, the pumpkins, etc. So thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye!